So this is episode 16 of Real Talk with Dale
and Heather.
And this week we are going to talk about getting your garden ready for winter. Not going to be a real long topic, but it'll be long enough.
It is November already.
It is. They should be done. If you're in the area I am or further north, you should have all this done already, and we are slacking. So kind of is what it is.
Kind of glad the weather's held off.
Yeah, well, yeah, but our big garden's good.
As of
it's
what?
Better than what we had it last year.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Small garden, it'll do if it needs to, but hopefully I'll get it done.
I should have the rest out of it come the next day or two.
I'm not too worried about that. The weeds I need to get out.
True.
Wood chips in the walkway and all that, but we'll talk about that at the end of this video, not at the beginning.
Yes. Yes, we will.
The beginning of the video is us talking about our week. Not the topic.
So what'd you get into this week?
This week I got into... I don't know. I can't read my eyeballs.
Where's your eyeballs?
Right there's a pair.
Over there? Oh.
I guess Thursday I didn't do anything.
It was,
Friday,
it was cold. We didn't do anything.
Friday I didn't do anything.
It was cold and rainy that day.
It was actually. It was pretty cold and rainy last week. A couple days.
Yeah.
Last Thursday we did this, and we're doing it again this Thursday. We used to do it on Wednesdays through the summer months. Because
we're so busy.
Yeah, Thursdays is harvest day. Wednesdays we don't harvest on Wednesdays. So Thursday, Friday we harvest. So in the summer months we did it on Wednesdays, and now that whatever.
Yeah, we do it on the evening.
We have a chance.
Have a chance.
Which has been Thursday the last couple weeks.
True.
Friday, I can't remember what I did Friday.
It was raining out, so you didn't do nothing.
The only thing I did really at all, probably Thursday and Friday both, would have been pile up the chicken compost.
Which always makes the chickens happy.
Oh, yeah. Makes them very happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saturday, I worked in the big garden, got it done. It's ready for bed. For winter sleep time. Sunday, I got the green bean plants out of the garden.
And the trellis.
In the trellis. And then the rest of the week in that garden, I pulled weeds. Last night, I don't the water. Duh. I made a video on that too. Duh. Yeah, I pulled the pumps. Got our rain catchment ready for winter. Except the greenhouse except the greenhouse pump, I left it hooked up. I'll probably unhook it Sunday, unless the weather changes between now and then. I'll do it Sunday. And there's a video for that. If you didn't see it, go back and watch. It's not real long, but it explains our rain catchment in pretty good detail. And I don't know if you watched it or not, but
not yet.
And I'll get through and unhook the pumps and take Suey Sugar out and all that kind of stuff. And this evening I helped the neighbor. That's all I did, wasn't it?
Yeah, we went out and then he asked for your help.
Yeah, I helped him till dark. Actually, it was past dark till I come in.
Yeah.
Of course, dark's like 5:30, so it isn't that late.
Pretty early now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So really, I didn't get into a whole lot this week. Just Saturday, Sunday, worked in the garden. Went to her mom's in the morning. Was going to hook up cameras for her, and the thing wouldn't work. So
yeah, couldn't do that.
My lovely lady sent that back and got her new ones, and this Sunday I'll hook them up for her.
Hopefully this one works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would find the internet, but it wouldn't find
the sync module.
It would find the server, but it wouldn't find the internet.
Yeah.
It's kind of goofy. I don't understand it.
Technology today
I'm not
makes you.
I'm not a techno geek anyways. Just give me a shovel and a pitchfork and I'll figure it out.
I tried figuring it out, and after a little while of trying 2 or 3 different ways of doing it,
bad. They honestly,
it had to have been, or it was just messing with me.
Well,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of probably was.
Yeah.
So yeah, help your neighbors out like I try to mine. They help us out, we help them out. Yeah.
Yep.
Closely. You got to take care of your friends and family.
Oh yeah.
Ones that's close.
Yeah.
Neighborhood. Your community.
Yeah. Exactly. Let's see. Last week we had an abundance of eggs because we was on vacation.
Right.
And I worked some magic, and we have some wonderful customers.
Yes, we do have wonderful customers.
And we ended up selling a total of 34 dozen eggs in 1 week.
Last week. 17 so far this week.
Yeah. But that's our record so far for 1 week is 34 dozen. And before we left, people stocked up knowing they wasn't going to get the next week because we wasn't here. Mm-hmm. And we got back and I got them cleaned up and I started contacting our customers, letting them know we was back and we had eggs. And they was like, I'll take this and I'll take that. And ended up selling all of them, plus caught up to where we are that right now we're sold out of eggs again.
Yeah, which is a good thing.
Yeah. So I'm quite proud of us and the egg selling business.
That's pretty much.
And our customers do care a lot and say, even this evening, our customer, Jennifer and her mom stopped to get, and her mom said about how good our eggs was, and thanks for selling them our eggs. And I said, no, thank you. So we appreciate all of our egg customers.
Yep. They all
keep coming back and getting more. But yeah, I thought that was quite an achievement.
Oh yeah, for sure.
To sell that many.
Yeah, you did well. No doubt about it.
But that started last Thursday that people started coming and getting. So it was only like over a total of 3 days that we sold that many.
Probably.
I think.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was like probably Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Probably was.
Then on Friday, I went out and I picked.
Is that when you picked them, Friday?
Yeah,
okay.
I picked our beets on Friday. It's not the last.
We have one more bed of beets.
Yeah, but it's the bed before the last one, and they was so ready to pull out and look so nice.
They were good beets.
We had 2 rows of them, and I pulled them too, and we have one more bed left that he's going to cover up.
I'm going to cover it up.
So
I was going to do that this evening, but the neighbor texted me in the hand, so I helped him.
So I picked those and put them in the walk-in cooler till I was able to get to them. Saturday, I went to Mom's and we baked Christmas cookies like we always do every year. Me, my mom, and sister get together and make a pile of cookies and then divide them 3 ways and put them in our freezers. And then we have for the whole year.
Yep.
Even a year later, they're still good to go.
Oh, yeah,
and people still love them. So we got the cookie making done for the year. Then Sunday, like he said, we went to Mom's. And came back.
What did you do when we got
and
home?
I cut down the cherry tomatoes.
Oh, that's right. You cut the cherry tomatoes down. Yep, I forgot.
I picked the rest of the ones that was ripe. And ended up taking 3 pints to the restaurant with their regular lettuce order. And I then started going through and thought, time for them to go.
Guts to go.
So it was, I think, November 2nd that our cherry tomatoes came down for the season.
That's pretty good.
They lasted quite a while.
We had a fair many frost this year, but in the greenhouse, I mean, they're protected in the greenhouse, but even still, they were still growing, even as cold as it
Oh
gets.
my gosh, they had new shoots shooting off everywhere.
You could have left them go I'd say you could have left them go yet this week.
Oh yeah, I could have.
This weekend it's supposed to get really cold, and we're not going to heat our greenhouse.
Yeah.
It's not for no more than I shouldn't say we won't heat it. We may. I may turn it on like Wednesday night or Monday night when it's supposed to get down to like 21 or something. I may turn it on a little bit then just to, I don't want the lettuce to freeze.
Yeah.
But propane is pretty expensive, and lettuce isn't expensive enough to pay for propane.
Yeah, exactly. If it was, then it would make it worth turning it on and growing stuff.
But it's not. So
yeah.
We're gonna let the lettuce grow, see what we get out of it. We've actually grown lettuce in the winter months for years.
Oh yeah.
For ourselves. This year we're trying to do more of it. But it's not worth turning the heat on. It won't die, but it just won't grow.
Yeah. Then Monday came about, and I finally had a couple days where I had no appointments, nothing going on. So I decided I was canning the beets up.
Yeah.
And I was all day. I got up when he left, and
you still canning.
I worked on just a few small projects, few things before starting them, but I got them on and going and ended up getting 3 cannerfuls of beets. Plus,
I wanted a batch, which would have been 1 canner full. That's all I asked for. 1 more batch. That way we knew we got enough to get us through till next year.
I know how you are in eating beets.
Well, yeah.
I like them too.
I mean, you did 27 pints.
Well, now next year I won't have to keep any for us. They can all be sold, and I won't have to take time out to do them.
Probably still will.
What?
You'll have to do at least a batch next year.
Well, of the yellow.
Well, the yellow will probably be more than a batch of them, but of the purple beets will.
Why?
Because they won't last. There ain't 2 years worth in there. Probably a year and a half.
Well, there's quarts. I did a canner.
There might be
1 or 2 canners earlier in quarts.
Yeah, I know.
There's a lot of beets back there in the pantry.
I know you just did 27 pints, and that's one every 2 weeks, which is probably enough for most people. But
we're not most people.
I'll probably some weeks I may go and eat 2 or 3 pints in a week, and some weeks I may go for 2 or 3 weeks and not eat any.
Yeah, but I'm getting ready to probably this weekend boil some eggs, a dozen or so eggs.
Oh yeah,
and put them in some pickled beets and let them sit for a week or 2. Let them get ripe.
Just gotta add a little more vinegar when you do that.
Yeah. And I think I might do 2 half-gallon jars, maybe, and let 1 so we can eat the pickled eggs and beets, and then the other 1 I'll let go and make them into deviled pickled eggs.
They are delicious.
They are so good when you devil up your pickled eggs.
Yes.
Oh man, it looks weird.
It looks gross, but they are freaking
They
delicious.
are so good, yeah. So I think that's what I'm going to do, 12 or so we can eat, and then 12 or so that
you can devil,
yeah.
What do you come up with deviled eggs anyways? Just curious where that
how to get its name.
Egg came from.
It's weird. Should be heavenly eggs.
Should be heavenly eggs, because they're too good for the devil to
if
have.
You make them right.
I've had some I didn't care a whole lot for, but I've liked all of the deviled eggs I've ever eaten.
True.
I've never had one that I wouldn't eat 2 of. And if you like deviled eggs, the best way to eat them is put a jalapeno right in the middle and just eat them that way. They're really good with the pickled jalapeno on top of them.
You've tried other things on them too.
I have.
I can't think of what all. So the jalapeno is the best.
By far, yeah.
Okay.
The jalapeno, not the cowboy candy.
Yeah.
Cowboy candy's too sweet. I like just regular jalapenos pickled better than the
cowboy candy. Yeah. So I got the 3 canners of beets done. They're back on the shelf in the pantry. So beets are accomplished and done.
Yeah.
Tuesday, I then got up and did little odds and ends around the house. Then I went out and mowed and gathered leaves.
The leaves gathered up.
And got them all in a pile.
Most of the leaves are gathered.
Well, more came down after the windstorm.
True, yesterday.
Yesterday.
My word, it was windy yesterday.
So now it don't look like I did anything on Monday or
it's
Tuesday.
It's not that bad, but there's still a lot of leaves.
Oh, yeah. They'll need gathered again, but it's all good.
And for the leaves, I use them for mulch mostly. We don't compost them.
No.
I mean, we do compost them in place, but I mulch them. I usually mulch or garlic with them.
And you was going to do the potatoes.
And yeah, I'll probably mulch the potatoes with them. Since the potatoes are in, if anybody had never seen that video, I did make if I made a video or a short one on me planting potatoes in the spring or in the fall instead of in the spring, just as an experiment. But I'm going to mulch them. I never did yet, but I need to.
Yeah. But now we've got a nice big pile of leaves gathered.
The neighbor gathers his leaves up and puts them in our pile too. So
that definitely helps. That. Yes, big time.
Yeah.
And then after gathering the leaves and all that, I started pulling the old lettuce out of the garden.
Mm-hmm.
I pulled about half of a bed's worth, gave to the chickens. Then I pulled a little bit more and put in a tote and put in the cooler so that I had some ready to give to them the next day. Then I did that again today, so I would have for them tomorrow because I think it's supposed to rain. That way I don't have to be out in the rain to do it. And I'll just do a little more and a little more every day until it's out of the garden, and the chickens enjoy it big time.
Yep.
But
that and then the spinach will be right after that.
Yeah. Yep. So that's while you was doing your stuff, I was doing my stuff.
That's right.
Get it all accomplished.
That's right.
Yep. But it was a tiring week.
Fairly productive week. She had more production than what I did, but it's getting dark so dang early. I get home at 3 o'clock or give or take, and
you got I
got 2 hours.
Yeah. Exactly.
So you don't get a whole lot done. I do have one thing I need to get done before this weekend, but you'll hear about that next week. Actually, I'll probably video that when I do it. So be on the lookout for a video. Probably come out Sunday. This will come out Friday, so probably Sunday will be another video. And then hopefully I can do the garlic this weekend, Saturday, depending on the weather. I'm not going to say I'll get it or not. I got other stuff that has to be done. If the garlic waits another week, it waits another week. It's not that big a deal. There's still plenty of time. There's still plenty of chill hours left for the garlic to do just fine if it's not in yet. I've never not had it in already.
Yeah, we usually get it in October.
Usually get it in first. The last weekend is when I normally would have had it in.
Yeah.
So right now, if I put it in this weekend, it'll only be a week later than normal.
Yeah.
But you could probably wait till February. If you got it in early February, you would probably still have enough chill hours to have decent garlic in this.
But wouldn't the ground be too hard and frozen?
If the ground's froze, you can't. But if it's not froze, I'm not going to wait till February to plant it.
I was going to say, that would be our luck. The ground wouldn't unfreeze until...
Out there with the jackhammer digging holes in the ice.
You did that before. Well, in the greenhouse.
In the greenhouse I did. But look how good that lettuce bed looks.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It's hard to believe. I just jackhammered it.
Another thing that a jackhammer comes in good for.
That ground's so hard you couldn't have tilled it.
You was using something before you then got you was trying something else on it.
I had my brick hammer I was beating on it. And I said something about it being a pain in the rear end. It's too hard. The ground's too hard. And you said, well, get your jackhammer. I was like, never thought of that.
Yeah.
Duh. Why would I not?
Just listen to your wife.
Sure.
Yeah. I always got good ideas.
I plead the fifth.
Always.
Always.
Yep. So,
the topic of the week, as I said earlier, someone started to go off with it. Good, she's always got good ideas. It's getting your gardens ready for winter. I was asked by a really good friend of mine if I always cover my garden with plastic, and the answer to that is no. I do not always cover them with plastic. And in fact, this time of year, you probably shouldn't cover it with plastic until about a month or so before you get ready to plant. You can cover it anytime as far as that goes. Last year, I didn't cover either garden with plastic. The main reason that I cover with plastic is to keep the weed seeds from blowing in. It keeps the ground warmer. And in the spring, you can pull the cover off, pull the tarp off, and plant. You don't got to worry about being in mud.
Yeah.
So you can get your stuff in earlier. So if you waited till a month before your plant date, the tarp's going to do everything it's going to do if you let it in all winter. It doesn't really matter if it's in all winter.
We use a silage tarp.
We use a silage tarp. But it is plastic, but it's UV protected. It's black on one side, white on the other.
Yeah.
I always put the black side up because I want the heat in the ground. I want to absorb the sun and heat it up, get all the microbes starting to do their thing when it's warmer. So that's why I use a tarp. I use a tarp on new beds. I've put tarps down before where there was no gardens just to kill off everything before I planted them. I've done that more than once. It works really good to do that.
Actually, you got that happening now for the garlic bed.
Right, exactly. Where the garlic's going to go, there's a tarp over that.
Because that was a mess.
It was a cover crop.
Yeah.
And we had chickens in it.
Yeah. And then he covered it.
I mowed it down and covered it.
Yep.
Yes. And it was so windy last night. That tarp's been there for how long? 2 months? 3 months?
Yeah.
And it blew off last night sometime. This evening I fixed it.
We have stuff down to hold it down, and it don't matter.
It never moved the whole time until yesterday.
Yeah.
That's just how bad it was. Windy.
Yeah. I saw it this morning, and I thought, I'm not touching it.
Yeah, no. And the wind wasn't blowing when I fixed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, to answer your question, that is the answer to that question is no, I don't always cover them with a tarp. The main reason I do it is just to get the ground so it's not mud in the spring, and it helps heat your soil up better. So in the spring you're ready to plant. Now, would regular tarps? If you got a good heavy duty UV, make sure you get a UV protected tarp, because if you don't, it will break down in the sun. And you'll have microplastics every freaking place. Because I've tried that and it makes a mess. Trust me. And them cheap blue tarps are garbage. They do not hold up in the winter. They don't hold up in the winter. They don't hold up in the wind. They don't hold up even covering up a bale of straw. They'll rip. Yeah. Junk. Yeah. Yeah. I bought my last blue tarp a couple years ago. Yeah. Harbor Freight has some really good heavy duty UV protected tarps. Menards. We got one for your mom garden there. That was a really, really good heavy tarp. Yeah. We bought them off of Amazon. Yeah. And they last for years. I mean, they last. The ones we use on the chicken shack tractors. Oh my gosh. course, I take them off in the wintertime because there's no need to be on there.
We have one on over there.
Yeah, but that's yeah. And we had.
So
We had, I don't know if it was that same tarp, but we used to use that in the wintertime.
Oh,
that same chicken tractor. So
yeah,
that's probably been on for 4 years, at least 3 years non-straight.
I was going to say, it's been a while. And it's still
as good as it was when it was brand new. They last a long time, but you got to get a good heavy UV protected tarp.
Yeah. No junkies.
You can't buy garbage. But yeah, a silage tarp works better. But the thing with the silage tarp is you got to buy a big piece to get what you need.
True.
And tarps are smaller.
So it all depends on
how big your garden is to answer your question.
Yeah.
I can't remember what size tarp I bought. It was I think it was 100 by 70. Might have been 100 by 50. I don't know, but I bought one tarp and it was big enough to do both of our gardens. At that time, it's definitely not big enough now. We have way too many gardens and they're way too big for what we got tarps for.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But to prep your gardens in the fall for winter or whatever, what I always do is I make sure I get all the weeds out. Because if you don't get all the weeds out, then weeds will be there in the spring.
Yes.
Make sure you get all the weeds out. And then I always fork it. I never till. I shouldn't say I never till. I never till an old bed, established bed. I don't have an issue with tilling a new bed. In fact, where the garlic's going to go, I will till that area up when I plant it.
That area's never been tilled.
It's never been tilled.
Yeah.
And it's a new bed, and that ground, whenever I was over there earlier, it's harder than a rock. It's about like this table.
Yeah, I figured.
Have to use a jackhammer on it, too.
You'll be a while.
Yeah, I can go to jackhammer, I can tell you that. But, so I take a pitchfork. I got a broad fork, but I would much rather use a pitchfork than the broad fork. For me, it's easier. It's probably not as quick, but it's easier. And I just stick the fork in the ground, bend it back, and do that every however long, and just to break the soil up to get air down in it. And it helps break up clumps. I do that to the bed, and then I'll put a really, really thin layer of compost, and by thin layer, I mean in a 70-foot long bed, 30 inches wide, would take about 3 5-gallon buckets of compost. And that's really all you need. I don't put a whole lot down. I just scooch it out through there. And this year, I put down biochar, which I bought at the local Amish greenhouse supply store. They have inoculated biochar there. Seems to be pretty good. We used it this spring, and it actually seemed like our gardens did pretty well.
I think so.
I think they did better this year than they have in the past. It seemed that way anyways. Maybe it's just my thought. But so I did that, and I put down some alfalfa pellets. And then I took my rake and raked it all and got all that stuff like kind of worked down in the cracks where you pulled it back. And then the walkways, I put wood shavings down, mainly because I had plenty of them. I'm out now, but hopefully my wood shavings dealer calls me soon. Because I need some.
Yeah.
So I've used wood shavings. I've used wood chips. I've used fall leaves. We've used whatever you can in the walkways. You're going to walk in them anyways. And that's basically all we do to the gardens before winter.
Yeah.
And if you don't get it done before winter, it's not that big a deal, but it's going to make your spring harder.
Yeah, this past summer, or this past spring, there was a lot that needed done. I
didn't get to bed. The gardens put to bed last winter. I got this upper one pretty well ready. The lower one, I didn't even get a chance to. This year, it's the opposite.
Yeah.
But the lower one's way, way bigger.
Exactly.
So.
And it made for a long spring.
It did.
Started to spring out.
It started to spring out as a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
And then come springtime, before I plant, I will do the exact same thing to the beds. I will fork it, and I will put down a really thin layer of compost. Maybe I'll put some biochar down, maybe I won't. It depends. And I'll put some alfalfa pellets down. And this past spring, we bought some, can't remember exactly what it was called. We bought it from Redmond's. Redmond's Grow is what it was called.
Yep.
Which is just minerals. And I'll definitely do that again this spring.
Did you use all them up?
Yeah, I used that.
I thought.
I need to get probably 3 or 4 bags of it sometime between now and then. Probably do it before the end of the year.
Yeah.
We like to buy stuff this year for next year, not next year.
Yeah. Stuff sells out fast too.
It sells out fast, but you need to spend some money. So. But anyways, so yeah, we use Redmond Grow. You can use whatever you want to. You can use whatever kind of minerals you prefer. The Redmond's Grow seems to work good. It's all natural. The Amish store we go to don't sell that kind of stuff over there. I'd buy it off of them. But they do that. They do have a lot of stuff. They're getting a lot more organic supplies than they used to have. But
yeah, they just started having the biochar.
This is the first year they had biochar.
Yeah.
I put some in our compost too. We've been buying charcoal.
Yeah.
Not briquettes, hardwood lumps, charcoal. And we've been putting it in our compost. So we're kind of making our own biochar now. But I'm still going to keep buying it off them. I'm going to buy. We need to go over and get some potting soil sometime. And I'll probably get 3 or 4 bags when we go. Then that'll be enough. I won't have to buy none next year. Then.
Might as well.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's all we do for the gardens. We don't do nothing that's not rocket science. Stuff's going to grow if it wants to. But no, you don't have to cover them right now. If you want to let them go till spring, that's great. The snow has a lot of nitrogen in it anyway, so if you want the snow to get on your ground and melt down in, it'll actually help put some more nitrogen in your soil from the snow. Remember years ago, an old farmer told me one time that he always plowed in the winter when there's still snow on the ground, just for that reason. So yeah, put it on late February, and you're going to be just fine. If you can get to your field in February.
Yeah.
If you can't, then maybe you should put it on in the fall. Or whenever, put it on a month or so before you start planting.
Yeah, just
to get your microbes all warmed up, your worms moving around, get everything working again.
Yep.
You don't have to do it before then. So any questions you have, my dear, for me that you think somebody may ask?
I don't think. What exactly is biochar?
Biochar can be anything, actually, but char is something that was burned at a high temperature in a vacuum. In other words, if you take wood or any organic material, like you could use paper, you could use straw, you could use whatever you want to. If you burn it, not burn it, but if you have it in a sealed container where air can't get to it and heat it up around it, it'll burn it without oxygen in there, so it actually won't combust. It'll turn into char, which char is just pure carbon. And to make it biochar, it needs to be inoculated, which that means that you need to inoculate it with microorganisms, bacteria, your fungi, all that crap needs to be in it. You can inoculate it in compost, you can inoculate it in worm castings, you can inoculate it in seaweed meal, bone meal, not bone meal, but fish meal, fish emulsion, urine if you want to. anything to put minerals and all that stuff in the biochar. It's a habitat for them. And biochar actually holds, like, if it's dry, it'll hold like 30 times its weight in water.
Wow.
So it'll help keep your organic matter in there and help keep moisture in your soil.
I wonder if that's what helped the gardens this year.
I'm sure it is, because I put a fair bit in the spring, and I put a fair bit in the beds this spring.
Okay.
I'm sure that did help with the drought.
Because stuff still grew like really beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a time or two that we took the hose down and did water 1 or 2 beds, not the whole garden.
We really truly water was stuff we either just freshly transplanted or freshly seeded in.
Yeah.
Until they was established, then we quit watering. So, in the big garden. Up here we'd water this garden up here all the time.
Yeah.
Down there we did not.
So I just wondered then if,
I'm sure,
if that biochar made that big of a difference.
Between that and also the ground cover that we use. I know a lot of people don't like using plastic in your garden. You know what? I'm not a fan of using a lot of plastic either, but you can either have weeds or you can have plants. But that plastic also, which is a woven plastic, it's UV protected, so it's not going to break down on your soil. Contrary to what anybody wants to believe, it's not going to break down on your soil. That also helps the moisture not evaporate because it's acting like a mulch.
Yeah.
So the water can't get out of it.
Yeah.
It can go in it. It's permeable, so water can soak through it, but it helps hold it in there.
Yeah.
If you take even like in where our asparagus bed is, maybe when it was dry, I bet you if you went down below the wood chips, I bet you the ground was wet.
True.
And then the garden would have been the same way. Because it can't the water can't evaporate out.
Yeah, it's not laying there and being evaporated
by
the
mulch,
sun.
Basically, yes.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
the sun's not beating on your soil.
And our plants did really good.
Oh yeah.
With not getting watered, I'm quite shocked we got as much produce as we did with the drought that we had.
We did good. Actually, last year we had a pretty good drought. Not like we did this year. This year's drought was way worse than last year's. But yeah.
Yeah.
Both years did really well. This year did better. By far.
Exactly.
And this year, the only thing we did different this year was we put biochar in. The year before, we didn't use any char.
And didn't we use more of the woven ground cover
this year? And
the biochar
and also the Redmond's Grow. The
minerals.
We didn't use that year before either. Just
so maybe the combination of all 3 of those, plus the wood chips down the center.
Oh yeah, that holds moisture.
Holds more moisture, so when you actually do get rain.
Mm-hmm.
It then holds it in to take it to where it needs it.
Yep.
Cool. I like it. I like when there's no weeds, because there was 2 beds that went crazy this year.
With weeds?
Weeds.
The carrot bed and the leek bed.
Leek bed. And I went through both of them and had to clean them out. And it was horrendous. And neither bed had the ground cover, the woven ground cover.
Mm-hmm.
We just seeded the plants down.
The leek bed we could have used ground cover in.
We should have too.
And we will this year. We'll use ground cover in it.
But the
carrots you almost can't because you used the seeder.
Well, that's true. Yeah. But them weeds just went insane, and you couldn't even. When I went to do the leeks, I couldn't even find them because the weeds was so thick.
It was bad.
So if you can use the ground cover, I definitely recommend.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I was so many nights and days in that hot sun trying to get that done, and it wasn't worth it for what we ended up getting.
No.
So, yeah.
No, we didn't get the leeks that we wanted to, but that's all right.
Yeah.
Live and learn.
Oh, yeah. Got one more question for you then.
Spit it out.
Where do you get all this knowledge at?
Where?
How's it stored up in there?
I don't know. I got a lot of useless facts up there.
I mean, the brain is, your head's only this big.
I don't know. I'll read a lot of gardening books, trial and error, watch some YouTube videos. and make it my own. I mean, I don't follow anything to the T. The one book that I do go back to, it's right there laying. Grab it.
You go to this one.
I go to this book all the time. Actually, this is my gardening Bible right here. I use this thing all the time. That, as far as this book tells you how many harvests you should get out of something, how many seeds per bed, how much this, how much that, and it's pretty accurate. I mean, I use this book when I do my garden plant a lot. And we also use these. I use this a fair bit too. And that just basically tells you when you should start stuff to your first frost or to your last frost. Clyde's Garden Planner.
We got that at the Homesteaders.
We got this at the Homesteaders America Conference.
Yeah. But them two,
you can buy these on Amazon. Actually, I've seen them one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But them two there is his.
I use this. I refer to this mainly because it tells you how long stuff should be planted in pots before you put it in the ground. But this book here tells you that as well, and this book's more accurate than what this garden planner is. I read this book here cover to cover probably 3 or 4 times. It don't tell you about business, but it tells you about gardening.
So if you weren't wanting to learn and learn some new knowledge that you thought you knew, but it will show you that you didn't know what you knew before.
And the type of green beans he talks about in that book is what we grow. We don't grow the lettuce, but the beets, the great beans, the leeks.
That's true. He gives
onions, all
suggestions.
That. We grow that brand that he talks about in there, and they do by far the best of any we've tried.
Yeah, and we used to try different ones before, and they never really gave us that good of luck.
Not like
we went by him in that book, and it's been good ever since.
Yep.
So he must know what he's talking about.
Well, I mean, he's done it for years. He's wrote a book about it. So.
Who was it?
John Martin. I don't know. JM. I don't know how you pronounce his last name.
Forte.
He's a Canadian dude.
Forte?
Something, sure.
Okay.
Word for it. He has a YouTube channel too. I don't watch him on YouTube too much. He has a podcast I do listen to once in a blue moon. But pretty knowledgeable dude. I get a lot of my information from him, actually, from that book. But a lot of that stuff you just got to learn it. You just got to hands-on, I mean, honestly.
Sure.
And I got another book on top of that. That talks more about business than farming. And then I got some other books. Yeah. Books. YouTube. Google.
So you got Google Brain up there.
I got Google Brain in my pocket. Same as everybody else in the world.
True. Yep.
Oh, shoot.
Anything else?
No. No, it's getting deep enough in here. I need to put my boots on. Anyways, that's going to wrap it up. Be nice to people. Help your friends and family out.
Smile.
Smile.
It not only makes you feel better, it makes people around you, maybe make them smile and brighten their day.
Yep. Crack a joke.
Yeah.
Even if it's corny, it's still funny.
Yep. So take care.
See y'all.
Bye.